Hi guys, welcome back. Nick Reeves here, and today I've got you in the workshop with me. This video is a continuation of the build to Ben Buckle Novice kits. Not quite sure where I left it last time, but today I'm going to carry on and try and get some covering done. I've pre-coated the tailplane, top and bottom, with Balsaloc, and now we're going to see about getting some solartex onto it. I didn't actually realise that's how little solartex we had of orange. That's not going to be enough. Right, so first job, let's see if we've got some more solartex. I'm sure I have more orange than that.
I don't actually think you did, because there wasn't that much when you did the
Sorry?
There wasn't that much when you did the wing. It's like when you buy more of that.
There isn't much more. Too bad they stopped making it.
Have they?
Yeah.
Why?
They have. So, another part roll. This should be enough to finish off this model. This piece, keep for repairs or whatever. It's exactly the same colour, both bought at the same time from the same batch. One tip for anybody that's doing covering, whether it be solartex, fabric, film, whatever, is to always have a sharp blade. I can't see an open packet of blades anywhere. As you can see, I buy these by the 1,000, I think it is. There's quite a few in there anyway. But I only use the one type of blade. Also just below you over there, I've got a sharp spin. So all the blades go straight in there once they're done. If anybody's curious, it's a number 26 blade I use. It's a straight blade. It's just what I've grown up with as such. It's what I use. These curved blades, is it number 10 blades or something like that? I just can't get on with them. Sorry? Yeah, the sharp. No, the sharp spin. Yeah, that's it. And then what we need to do is work out how much covering we need. So we're going to get one tailplane out of that. Now I've already got the iron turned on, so that's getting warm. For now, we'll put that roll away. Right. So I always do the bottom surfaces first. Don't know why, I always do. I think it's because of how the overlap work afterwards. It's just how I was taught to do it, really. So I need to cut this piece in half. Can you hear that? Do you hear that? There, look, see, it's there. I said to you earlier, the covering, I don't know if I brushed it or something last time, but all the edges are starting to lift already. So I think I'll see if I can't get them down just now. So I don't know why they're lifted. That's never a good sign. Right, turn it around. Can you see them here? I don't know if you can see, Ewan's in the workshop today, but he's been in a bit of a wars. We thought he'd broken his wrist last night before,
Yeah.
when he went over the handlebars on his bike. So he hasn't got a cast on, but he's got a splint on. How long are you meant to have that on for?
Until it stops hurting.
Till it stops hurting. So it could be a day, it could be a week, it could be 2 years as far as I know. So when we go to Western Park, which we're doing in less than a week's time now, if you happen to see him, you might have a splint on. You won't be able to shake your hand too easily. But say hello, He'll recognize you. He might not recognise you, but you might recognise him. So if I thought about this, I'd have done yours first. Sorry?
Wait.
So we can get yours flying.
Can't fly at the moment.
No, but you'd be able to fly this. These are easy to fly.
No, I can't hold it from my door.
I bet you could with the next strap. So yeah, as Ewan's concerned just now, he can't fly with his hand. But I reckon given half the chance he could. Right, that looks a bit better. So, edges are all sealed down. Covering seems to have lifted in some places. I don't know why. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is cut this in half. Doesn't have to be perfectly accurate because it's oversized for the tailplane. So it's going to be 1/2. Now for anybody that doesn't know, solartex has got a backing on it. You need to take the plastic backing off. Try and iron it down with the backing on, it just ain't going to happen. So, let's see if we can make a pig's ear of this. Sorry? That should be it. It's the iron that's caused me the problem. Right, so I've got a factory edge here, which I'm going to put right up into the corner of the tailplane. Put that in the bin for me. It's alright. It's okay. So we've got a nice neat edge right on the fuselage joint. I'm going to run the iron in there. You can see what I'm doing there. I'm sorry if you guys at home can't really see what I'm doing. Some people have already said before about a covering tutorial. It's not something I've ever thought about doing. But if it's something that people would like to see, I don't mind doing it. I'll spend the time sorting it all out, working it out. So if you'd like to see a covering tutorial, comment at the bottom. So once it's tacked in here, I'm going to pull it this way and then tack it at the tip, just there, to hold it in place, and then at the leading edge of the tip, trying to stretch it out a bit. And towards the trailing edge of the tip. So now it's stretched this way. What I'm going to do now is try and pull it either forwards and backwards and just tack it in place in the middle. Just tack it at the trailing edge. Pull it forwards. Again, this is I'm doing it cack-handed. Pull it forwards and round so I can hold it tight. And just tack it there like that. Making sense? So I'm trying to teach Ewan and explain what I'm doing to you at the same time. So what I'm going to do now is actually put the iron in the middle and work my way out from the middle. Try and work all the air bubbles out and try and push the covering down onto it. You've heard this all before though, haven't you?
I just never do that.
good thing about solartex is it actually stretches a long, long way. You can actually pull it quite hard. You don't like the sound of it when it gets cut?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's one thing you have to do. You have to cut it. So we're having to trim this as we go, so we get nice clean edges. The hardest part is doing the tip because it's curved. Again, you pull it and stretch it, pull it and stretch it, it'll soon go down. Same with the leading edge, just fold it round and pull it at the same time. Keeps it stuck down nicely. So this cover's actually starting to stick to itself. Right, so trim the leading edge, let's get the leading edge stuck down. Come around the tips and just work it around. My setting shot, yeah, just a bit. Right, run the blade round. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see. It's shrunk around the tip. The shape of the tip is curved. I just heated it around and it's formed quite nicely. So again, taking a sharp blade in, just going to follow the curve of the woodwork. And take the iron, without trying to go too much into the other surface, because that's already coated with Balsaloc. Let's get that edge, that trimmed edge down. That is one half of it done. Very neat.
1/4 of it.
Sorry?
1/4 of it.
No, one half of the bottom side done. That's what I mean. So now, same again. This side, this is going to be a bit more fiddly because it's all the way around. Where's the factory edge? One thing I did think of when I was pondering this video was maybe I could do like a live build along. One day, have like a day in the workshop where people can come and I'll do like a live stream and people can come and check in and chat. I'll have the laptop out and we can do some bits and pieces and chat about it as we go. If you think that's a good idea, again, put the comments at the bottom. I'll see about organising something like that. I don't know what we build. I'm sure we could build something. Even if it's a control line, what about a control line? Like a combat wing or something. Combat wing? Yes, no, maybe? Got 3 kits in the loft, haven't I?
Yep. 3 built ones in there.
I haven't stuck this down yet, but I'm going to cut a piece off because there's too much here. Okay. Right, so it's tacked along the inboard edge. Pull it tight. Tack it around the tip. Leading edge is tacked, tack it on the trailing edge. And go to the middle and just start working my way out. So this will stop very nicely. Little nick there. Little cut there. And there. Board it. So as I said, this is the week before Western Park. Obviously if you're watching this, Western Park 19, if you're watching this after that, won't apply. But when we're down at Western Park, myself and Ewan should be flying St Andrew's flag. You might not be able to tell by my accent, but I do actually live in Scotland. And as we've got some Scottish flying collies meeting us down there, it's a good way to locate people. So if you see a St Andrew's flag flying somewhere in the campsite, it will be in the camping area, not the caravan area, but the camping area. Come over and say hello. We don't bite. There might even be a beer on the go. Always good to meet up with virtual friends, shall we say. Put names to faces, faces to names. I find it very difficult to actually talk with actually describing what I'm doing while I'm doing it. It's a lot easier just to get on and do it. But as I said, if people want a tutorial on how to do covering, I'll sit down and work one out. May even do like one of the build videos. I don't know what you think on that. But if I'm teaching you how to do something, my thinking is if I'm teaching you how to do something like building an aeroplane, would it be good if I could teach you and you at the same time? Do you want that sort of level of instruction? Ewan's done a bit of building before, but he doesn't know the ins and outs of building an aeroplane. You've never built one from start to finish, have you? We've got a couple of kits in the loft which he's keen to build. One of them is very simple, one of them is a bit more complex, but still aimed at a beginner building. These airplanes, these nonsense, they're aimed at beginner builders as well, but there's things in those that are a bit odd quirks, shall we say. Do you think it'd be a good idea to have a build series where a complete novice could follow it, almost step by step, and build an aeroplane?
Yeah.
You think that'd be good? So he thinks it's good. You're willing to help do it, aren't you?
Yeah.
You'll be the he'll be the guinea pig. So if anybody else out there thinks that's a good idea, again, give us a comment, give us a like, give me a message even. We've got, I can think of in the loft, we've got 3 control line combat wings which can be used as trainers. Irrespective of the fact that they're control line, not radio, doesn't matter, it's the building side of things. There's a Junior 60, which is a vintage trainer. And we've also got a Watt 4 Mark 3. It's either a Mark 3 or it's a classic kit, but it's the original kit. It's not one of the other kits. It's a classic, is it? Well, it's one of the, it's either the classic or a Mark 3.
Classic.
But it's a proper build kit from Chris Foss. It's not an ALTF one. So I can document that and do that step by step. How to do this, how to do that. And the more I think about it, the more I think it'd be a good idea. There's some other things that I want to do first, but if people want that, I'll do that. That's not a problem. And if you want to be involved with that, we can do that. Be a good team thing to do, hey? But we'll let the people decide what aeroplane it is, I think. That's something else you'll be careful of. See, I've used Balsaloc on the airframe. It's a heat activated glue, water based, great stuff. See if you get it on the iron, obviously it'll activate and go sticky, but you end up spreading it everywhere. And more than that, there's places where you don't want it. Right, so a little bit of trimming just on the edge there. Bottom surface covered. Just going to do top surface now. So for this video, I should probably just leave it there and come back to you in the next part of this novice build, where we should have everything covered. So what we've got left to do now, got to cover the top of this tailplane, fin, rudder. Got the other airframe, we've got to do the tailplane, fin, rudder. got to cover the hatches for both of them. So once all the covering's done, we can then see about putting another coat of fuel proof around the front to seal up all the edges of the covering and the tank bay again. We can get the fuel tanks made up, fitted, get the radio fitted, all of which I've got, and then see how they balance. And then hopefully we'll get some flying footage after that. So from me and him, who's just out of shot, come on, get yourself on film. Smile. From me and him, I'll catch you again soon.